Well, hello everybody. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? It's a wet Thursday afternoon. Thanks for joining us on Vacation Station TV, your virtual getaway. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Hi Angie Sue, how are you, dear? Good to see you. Thanks. You're first in the room. Congratulations. How are you? The Harvey Five. You guys are crazy. Yeah, it's wet. Is it raining by you? Gary, the retired cable guy, how are you? Yeah, it's wet. Really, 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 really wet. I know that. There's a lot of traffic in town today. Heavy rain in Ohio. Yeah, I guess we're getting the remnants of that storm. I don't even remember the name of that storm. I'm pulling in here. Hopefully the signal holds out. I just got back from Gatlinburg, and I was very surprised at how crowded it actually is. Amazingly crowded. Um, it just doesn't stop the people. Raining in northern Kentucky, Gary, the retired cable guy, and look how full this place is. The Stampede. It's something, isn't it? I guess I can hang here for a minute or two, just so you see what's going on. This is the Stampede. Kind of see what's going on. David Arsenault, hello, Newport, Tennessee. Raining here. L. Skywalker, how are you? How are you? How are you? William Smith, how are you? Come see me at the St. Alamo Steakhouse. Where is that? I know it's somewhere around here. I had to go out and do a couple of errands at Pigeon Forge. I got my errands, then I figured, well, I'm almost in Gatlinburg, so I need to take a walk there. L. Skywalker doing good, buddy. Thanks. Oh, no problem. I'm glad all of you are doing all right. It's just one of those. I guess it's going to rain tomorrow too, because that's what they say. We will see what we shall see. So it's officially Winterfest, and all the Christmas lights are turned on. Although some of the lights, you can see they're still working on them, and I'm sure they'll be doing that for a while. Gatlinburg is still putting up some of their displays, which I'm surprised. Normally they do that. William Smith, it's by the treasure chest. Still trying to figure out where that is. I've been to the Alamo in Sevierville. I've never been to the one in Pigeon Forget. Most of the attractions are closed right now, especially the ones up in Gatlinburg. It was raining pretty hard up there. Definitely very hard. Maria Maplethorne. I saw the big chili cook-off event yesterday. Sure looked busy. Um, I guess. I don't know. I didn't go to it. I had things I had to do, and I figured And I was right on target. Every YouTuber and their aunt, uncle, and nephew was there shooting. So if you want to see it, just hop over to their channels and see what's going on. Um, I'm doing private things that definitely pay me a hell of a lot more than if I went and stood in line at a chili cook-off. And I have to do what I have to do. See all the traffic coming from Gatlinburg? That's from Gatlinburg. Rick Paley, how are you? It is Paley, right? Yeah, Paley. So glad I caught you on my last break. Looking forward to seeing more videos. I'll be shooting some more stuff. I've made a decision though, and you've heard me mention this before. I don't want to do what every other tuber is doing because I find that redundant and boring as hell. I'm, and you know me, I like doing things that are different. The only thing that I'm very repetitive about is going to Gatlinburg because I know everyone loves Gatlinburg and I am one of those people. I love driving through there and seeing the smiling faces and just in that atmosphere. Not that I don't like Pigeon Forge, but it's a whole different vibe up there than here. But I've never been one to follow the well-trodden path. I like to do different things, so I'll continue to do different things. Gary, the retired cable guy. Do you know what days Miss Marie works on Thanksgiving? No, I don't know. Her schedule changes, and the coaster is open on Thanksgiving for sure. Now, she may be working, she may not be working. I don't know. She'll find out this coming week's schedule tomorrow. Saturday's the schedule is coming. You hang out there, I'll come and see you. Okay, I'll be here. I'll be right here. William is coming to see me. Jenny M. Hi, Jeff. Hello, Jenny. How are you? You're new to me. Where'd you come from? Where are you? What state or country? Charlie Beauvert. Elvis is in the house. Hey, Jeff, it's Charlie. We're good. And North Carolina to finish the sale of our house. Oh, congratulations. You're coming up here, I'm assuming, right? Because you already bought a place up here. Philip Holcomb. Last of the rain moving out of South Carolina. The end is heading your way. Good. Good, good, good. So much to do. I finally started staining my decks, and that's going to be a week at least, maybe more, to get that through. So I'm juggling that and other projects, which is mind-boggling for me sometimes. Gary, the retired cable guy, says, to be honest with you, even if the video is the same event as others, yours are more informative and entertaining. Well, thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. I'm honored by that. Thank you. I try to mix it up. I try to make it entertaining. It just, when I get a chance to look at some of the other tubers doing their thing, it's basically they're parroting each other, and I will not parrot anybody. And there's only so many things going on in town, but there are so many things that are not being covered that people don't do, and I want to do those things. Rick says, yes, Jeff. Okay. I'm glad I hate to screw people's names up. I haven't done any more cabin hunting, and I'm not definitely making any major investments until this bozo is out of office, because I do not know where the economy is heading right now. And right now it's not heading in a good direction, as you all know. So for me to buy something now would be not an investment that's not wise, because anything you buy now will depreciate in 2 years for sure. So if you're house hunting, I would hold off. I know you'd be excited and you want to move, but what will happen is a lot of these prices are going to drop, especially the way they're going now. So hold on, be patient, and when whoever gets in office, as long as it's not that side, you should do well. But timing is everything in the housing market. You have to pay attention to the market. That usually is a good indicator, although housing is not right at the top of the list, but it is there, probably the top five, that you monitor it and you can pretty much see where the money is going or where it's not going. Charlie says we'll be back. You bought a house. Well, what are you going to do with your fifth wheel? He just bought a fifth wheel. Cheryl Keene. Hi, y'all. Jeff, I watch your channel because you don't mispronounce. I do sometimes. I can tell you, Cheryl. Sometimes my lips are not on speaking terms with my brain, and they say stupid things. When Miss Marie and I went to the diner the other day, I didn't expect that burger to be as big as it was. I just wanted a burger. I haven't had one in a while. I said, let me get this, whether it was a Fleetwood or the Eldorado. That's still up for debate. And I go, my God, that's a big burger. And it was really, really tasty. I can highly recommend going to the diner in Sevierville. The other ones, I've been there, done that, won't be going back. But the diner, for sure. John Esper, how you doing? John Esper, good afternoon from rainy Columbus, Ohio. Oh, sell it. Okay. Well, you just got it. Didn't get a chance to really enjoy it. But that's good. I'm glad things are working out. I am, Charlie. I didn't get to see you when you left, before you left. Sorry about that. I still have not unpacked my drone. I bought a drone, a few weeks ago. Still sitting in the box, sealed up in the box that it came in. Haven't had any time to unpack it. I've got some private projects going on, and they're important because they pay well. YouTube doesn't pay well. Don't let anybody tell you that. All right, unless you're in the elite upper echelon of the YouTube world, which there are very few of those. And don't let people fool you, okay? Don't let people fool you. It's not what you think. John Esper, what did you get figured out about your Halloween? Hey, how are you? William Smith just pulled up next to me. How are you? Good.
I'm not going to stay long. I just wanted to come say hi.
Hi.
We,
Where are you going at the Alamo? Okay. I've been to the other one. It is good. It is really good. Let me know how that is, because you're a connoisseur of fine meats on this one, and I am too. So if it's not good, you let me know. Okay. How are you, young lady? Good. What's going on? You're hungry? He's hungry. He's hangry. Very good. I'm glad. Yes, she told me. Thank you. I'm glad she did. I'm still staining. I don't see anybody here. Okay. They tell me the rain is going to be passing now. I hope so too. I got to finish those decks. I'm right in the middle of everything. That and a million other projects. So yesterday I did some of that. Day before I did it. Day before, and it takes forever with a brush and a roller. It was good. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Go eat. Go eat. Go eat. Thanks. There you go. William Smith he's going to the Alamo, and he's going to fill me in. He's going to let me know. Rick says, you're so correct, Jeff. I told my wife we have to put a hold on buying Subaru. Oh, good for you, Subaru, like you said, until the bozo is out of... Yeah, and Miss Marie's been bugging me about one, too. Now she's got this thing she wants, that sports car, the WRX, or is it the SPI or SBI? I don't know anything about that. And I haven't had the chance to sit down and look that up. But she wants a sports car. But I told her, I said, we're not buying any cars until they get their head out of their butt, the car dealers, because they're charging over MSRP. And I'm not going to pay over MSRP. It just isn't going to happen. So I want to wait till things settle down. My car runs fine. There's nothing wrong with my Subaru. Everything is wonderful. So I told her, I says, why get rid of something that's working when it's not needed? She understood. She gets excited. Tim Ohm, how are you? Hello, Jeff. Cold up here in Wisconsin, 38. Ouch. 38 degrees. Headed to Charlotte next Friday. You'll be a lot warmer than you are up there. Ouch. 38. We'll be getting there soon, though. Charlotte. But I will wait till spring to sell our. Yeah, good idea. Our new home we bought. Good. I'm glad you bought it with cash. Good idea. You should always. The two most important things that you should always buy in cash is a house and a car. Those are your, especially in this day and age, your biggest investments and biggest drain on your bank accounts. So if you can pay for those and not have them, that loan hanging over your head, you're going to do so much better because you'll have money to do the things you want to do, yet you'll still have a roof over your head and you'll still have a vehicle that gets you around. Everything else is negotiable. So try not ever to finance. I don't care how you figure it out. Try, or let's say you're in a mortgage situation, drop it down to a 15-year mortgage. I know it may hurt for a while, but what will really hurt is 30 years. If you're doing a 30-year, where are you going to be in 30 years? You have no idea, but you'll still owe that money to the bank, and that means they could throw you out at any time. You know, they can call the loan in at any time they want. So don't make that mistake. Well, 30 years I can get away for, $1,000 a month for the house. Yeah, well, what happens in 25 years? The economy goes to hell and the bank calls the note in. What are you going to do then? I know what you're going to do. You're going to pack and leave. And all that money you spent, you're not going to get back. Where's the diner in Sevierville? It is right near Pizza Slut. If you know where Pizza Slut is, it's right past there. Can't miss it. Same side. It's an excellent place. It's the 50 Style Diner. It's a steel, really thing. And breakfast, lunch, and dinner, excellent, excellent, excellent. We've never had a bad meal there. Paul Cullum, howdy. Number one here. My very first subscriber, Paul Cullum. Great guy. How are you, Paul? Good to see you. My very first subscriber 2 years ago. Imagine that. That's amazing. Been doing this for 2 years. Never thought. I mean, it was just a fluke. Just shot a video of Rosie Bear. You can go back to the very first video, and it was Rosie Bear. And I put it up. I had no idea about anything about YouTube. I just shot it, followed the prompts, put it up, and I go, oh, look at that. My video's up. And I got sucked into this abyss they call YouTube, and now it's become a major business for some people. And there are even some people I know that have quit their full-time jobs and they're doing YouTube full-time. And God bless you. God bless you. Because you're taking a real risk. And I'd have no problem with risk taking. Every once in a while it goes off, you notice that? Sorry about that. And I don't know. The one problem I have is that with YouTube there's no retirement, there's no savings plan, you still have to claim a 1099, you still got to pay taxes, and I'm sure a lot of you don't pay your taxes on your YouTube if you're a creator. And that's going to catch up to you sooner or later. I just give my account and everything and just say, here's what I made, and you tell me what I owe. And this way I stay out of trouble. Doing well up here, Paul says. Should be down next week. Okay, cool. Charlie, our home is out of the county in Sevierville. Is it in Sevier County? Our home is out in the county. Okay, so you're in Sevierville. Good. Pick the good county to be in. John Ezra, traffic doesn't look too bad for Pigeon Forge for a Friday so far. Is it Thursday or Friday? Somebody tell me. I don't keep track, so it's not that I'm losing my mind. I just don't keep track anymore. It's just another day in the Smoky Mountains for me. Oh, it's Friday. It is Friday. That's right, it is. Okay. I remembered now. I no longer... There was a time when I was in radio and television that I lived by the second, and that's not exaggerating at all. You live by the second, not the minute, but by the second, because timing is everything in that business. And for that many years, I could tell you 60 seconds just by being with you. I don't have to look at a clock. I could tell you 60 seconds. I could tell you 15 seconds, 30 seconds from all the commercials that I'd shot and had produced. And that was with me for years. And that drove me crazy because after I got out of the business, I would still be in my mind counting off time. And that was starting to get to me. I would still wake up at 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning, get ready to go to work. I'm going, I'm retired. I don't got to do this anymore. But habits, they're hard to break. So now I've trained myself not to give a crap about what time it is. When the sun comes up, that's morning. When it goes down, that's night. The Harvey Fuck. Thank you. If you haven't been to the Harvey Fire and all of these channels, you really need to go to them. Harvey Fire, she's great. Oh my God. Leslie and Mr. Larry, you two guys are out of your mind. You're fun though. David Arsenault, could be an age thing. Could be. Could be. I am getting older. And I feel it. But I don't have that. It was like a metronome was in my head all the time. And it had to be because I could leave the room in Studio A or Studio B, and I said I have 90 seconds. And before the commercial runs out and it goes to network, and I would be back in my chair within 2 to 3 seconds of that 90-second break, because there's hard breaks and soft breaks, and a hard break means if you're not there, it's dead air. Or if you are not paying attention, you could be overlapping commercials or programs, and that's just not tolerable. Rick says, Jeff, may I ask what part of Florida you used to live in? I have two brothers that live in Naples. I was kind of far away from, I was out in the Tampa Bay area. That's where I spent 37 years there, in the Tampa Bay area. But been to Naples many times, all down in that area. There's nice beaches down there. It's Friday here, not sure what day. It's Friday. Larry, there you are, Larry. So, that means Leslie's on the other side. Okay. It's looking festive with those big balls. Yeah, You mean those big balls right there? Those big balls? Yeah, I know what you mean. Do they have blue balls? It's funny. Oh, there's two blue balls. There. You may be getting older, but you're still looking. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll be 69 in February. 69 years old. Never thought I would live this long. And I'm sure all of you thought that. Oh, my God. You remember when you go back in your younger years and you'd ask somebody how old, they go, 35. Oh, you're so old. You're so old. And here I am. God. Clock is ticking loud. But I'm content, that I can say. I've done almost everything that was on my life bucket list. There's still a few things. Hang gliding is one of the things I really would still like to do, very much. Miss Marie doesn't approve of that, but I told her, I'll just go and I won't tell you. You never would have guessed that? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Ancient. Paleo, almost. Yeah, it's been a long, interesting life, for sure. Looking forward to the blue ball. Yep, I'll be hanging my blue balls on the Christmas tree this year, for sure. Oh, God. Two blue balls. The story of Larry's life. Oh, ouch. Would you like some Bactine with that, sir? Oh, goodness. Larry goes, Leslie! I could just see him doing that, too. Poor Larry. I know. She batters him so much. but that's the way it is. Rocket Launcher, how are you? Hello, Jeff. Hope you and Miss Marie are doing well. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you. I plan to. I haven't made really any plans yet. Usually I let Miss Marie do that because she's very spontaneous. And she'll just say, hey, I want to go do this, I want to go do that. And okay, that's fine. Whatever you want to do. How much traffic there is. So we'll see what she wants to do. RV5. I'm a lot to handle. I bet. I bet. I've seen your videos. It's a gloomy day. Still beautiful there. Yes, and I had mentioned that before. No matter what, I don't care if it's raining, snowing, sleeting, brimstone. It doesn't matter. Smoky Mountains is still a great place to be. There's nothing better than the Smoky Mountains. And I've been around, and nothing attracted me more than this. And there's a lot of people out there going, no, the beach is for me, or the burbs, or the city. That's fine. That's your thing. My thing is the mountains, and always have enjoyed it. And I could remember when my dad say, hey, we're going up to the cabin. This was up in Shenango, up in New York, and I counted the minutes, and I was young at that time. I couldn't wait. And I knew as soon as we had left New York City, because we had to go through Long Island, through New York City, and as soon as we left that area, I could see the rocks on, the rocks on the side of the mount, and I knew at that point I was home. And even though that wasn't my home, I felt like I was home. That was really important to me. Ain't nothing better than the Smoky Mountain rain. Smoky Mountain rain keeps on falling, keeps calling her name. Ronnie knows that. That's a great song. I remember playing that at the radio station. I remember that. And thought of the Smoky Mountains, because I've been here many times. And always said that's where, if there's a hill for me to die on, it's going to be one of those hills in the Smoky Mountains. This is where I feel my best. I hated Florida. Hated it. And I know a lot of you, some people love it. Good. That's good. I hated it. I don't like the heat. I didn't like the traffic. I'm not a big beach person. Nothing like seeing a Sasquatch on the beach. Kids would throw stuff at me. They keep trying, if I went in the water, they kept pushing me back in the water. Keep the blowhole open. Keep the blowhole open. And just, no, it didn't agree with me at all. David just moved here a year ago or so. From Jacksonville, Florida. And the wife is from Tampa, your area. There you go. And don't you love it up here? Don't you? You can't deny that this is not a great place to be. In spite of all the traffic. It doesn't matter. Excuse me. I deal with it. And everyone, once you live up here, you learn to deal with it. You get around it. You take my shortcuts. Go to Vacation Station TV. Go to the playlist. Go to shortcuts. And I'll get you all around as best as I can. And I'll be developing and redoing some of those in the very near future. I've had a lot of requests from people saying, hey, how can I get there? How can I get over here? And all that. Great. I'd be more than glad to do that, because it challenges me to find the shortest, most effective route to get you to your destination and not spend it in a line of traffic wondering when you're going to get to your destination. Nothing sucks more. Larry says, did you go to... No, go to the chili cook-off. Sorry if you already answered. No, it's okay. I thought about it, Larry, but I was in the middle of doing some work that I had to get done. And, excuse me, sinuses are raising hell with me right now. And I thought about it, and I did it last year, and there was only, I think, 2 YouTubers there, me and Yitz. No, there were 3. I'm sorry, there were 3. This year, I was already told that between 7 and 12 were going to be there. And I figured, look, what could I possibly say that is going to be any different? Of course, I put my edge on it and the weirdness and all that, but still it's a chili cook-off. And I really am not interested in following what the lemmings do. I'm not a lemming, and you know that by now. And I don't want to. If you need to see the chili cook-off, there's lots of videos out there of it. And I don't know. Miss Marie asked me, and I said, no, I really got to get some projects done, and I got to get them done. It's absolutely imperative that I did. I love Ronnie Millsap. Yeah, he's great. John Esper. What is the price going on there? 389? No, for a gallon of gas. No, you're paying way too. It's 335 that I remember looking at just this morning. Charlie, it was the same when I was there. I lived there now. I'm glad you're happy. Anybody who's going to move here, excuse me, you're going to be happy here. I promise, because there's so much to do here, and it is so much more than going up and down this strip or going to Gatlinburg. Although these, albeit they're wonderful places to be, there's other things to do in the mountains. 850 square miles of fun under the sun in the mountains, in the Smoky Mountains. You can't go wrong up here. And everything points to positive. If you're going to buy a piece of property, it's going to appreciate. You're going to buy a house, it's going to appreciate. If you're going to, you need another job, tons of jobs here. Pay is good. No state taxes. Crime is very low here. Although I must say, there's been a little bit more crime in this area than I'm used to seeing. And that disturbs me. Because with the good comes the bad. Two sides to every coin. And that always alerts me. And alarms me at the same time. Rocket Launcher, love the Smokies. God's country truly is. Tracy Passant, how are you? Hello, Jeff from Toronto, Canada. Hello, my Canadian friend. We love the Smoky Mountains. It's the best place in the world. There's no place like it. 100% right, Tracy. I've been to all the mountain ranges. And somebody said, oh, man, you haven't lived till you've seen Colorado. Well, Colorado is nice, but it's diabolically different than the Smokies. A lot of the mountains up there are almost unreachable. They're so high, and there's no services. You have to go down into the valleys and the little areas that they have, the bergs and stuff. And it's not like here where you can be in the mountains in a few minutes and then be in a metropolitan area just a few minutes more. And that was special to me. David says we've been coming there for 10 years on vacations, and we've been talking, we told ourselves when we retire, don't wait too long, okay? Really. William Smith said gas $3.69 in Maggie Valley, $3.29 in Pigeon Forge and Kodak, $3.08 in Kodak. That's cheap. That's cheap. Yeah, this election that just went by, I don't know. I know everyone was expecting the big red wave, but I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it because I was always wondering what is going to happen. You know, and I think I even mentioned that on one of my lives. I said, the other shoe hasn't fallen off yet. Something's going to happen. And we'll see. We'll see. All it did prove is that there are a lot more wackos out there than you were told. There's definitely a lot more radical left Marxists out there than you can imagine. And if you want it, and if what I'm saying is not true, go to TikTok. Go to TikTok. Okay? I'm even on that because in order to be part of this wonderful world we call social media and the web and all this entertainment, you have to be part of that. But just go to TikTok and see the wacko crap that goes on there. Am I right, Leslie? Am I right, Larry? Anybody else who goes on there, TikTok? I know you all participate in that. There's some pretty dark crap on there. There's some real sinister stuff up there, which bothers me. I mean, I get anxious when I see some of these videos. Some of them actually make my skin crawl. I get, it's hard to explain. It's a feeling. It's a nauseating darkness that I scroll right out of it because it makes me feel bad inside. Am I right? Rick says, I come from a large Italian family on my mother's side, just love New York. Father's side, more southern, just love the South. Yep. I come from an Italian family, full Full Italian. John Esper, wow, your gas at Smokies is a lot cheaper than it's up here. Yeah, well, get used to it. It's only going to get worse. What happened to that relief oil gas that we were going to get? You remember that? You remember that? He was releasing some of our emergency supplies, which is absolutely crazy. Taking our emergency gas for it. Hello, the word, that one key word is operative. Emergency. It's not meant to give it to people to go touring around. What are you going to do if we need it? Being we're on the precipice of a nuclear war, right? Holy mackerel. Larry says we'll be there in 16 days. Going to Stampede for the Christmas, right here. That's where Larry and the family, the Harvey Five, are going to be right here at the Stampede. That's always a good, fun American show. If you want to feel patriotic when you go, this is the great place. If you're a wacko Marxist, this is not a place for you to go. You need to trust me on that. R. Singh, how are you? Hello. Was there a whole week that couldn't find you? No, we are back in months. Why didn't you email? And if you want to see Miss Marie or myself, the Goat Coaster at 3 o'clock. Just go to the Goat. Now, of course, we're not there every day, and I don't work there. Okay, I'm employed, but I don't work there. I do work for them and other places, but I don't hang there. But I'm always dropping Miss Marie off. Larry says 100% right. Yeah, lots of crazies out there. And you've got kids. I know you do. I met your kids, and they're wonderful kids. Please tell me this. It scares me, and I don't know what it is. And I think that could be the reason why it scares me, because I don't know what it is. This is exclusively on TikTok. You'll see a child, whether it be male or female, doesn't really matter. The mother or the father, almost always the mother, comes into the room. Their door is closed. They come into the room and go, "Hi, what are you doing?" And the kid almost always has a book or is doing something, and either is putting something in their mouth or taking something out of their mouth. And the person, let's say girl, she goes, "Oh, I'm just reading," and it ends there. And the kid will put the book up to her face again. What is that about? And it's not just one family doing this. There's many videos. I go, what does this mean? What is going on? And I get an uncomfortable feeling from it. I did find out about it. I'll share this with you. Probably you've seen it if you've watched TikTok. There's this couple, clearly from South America or Jamaica or somewhere in that area. They have a very heavy accent. Can't tell if it's a daughter or the wife. Her name is Princess. I don't know the guy's name, but she calls him Daddy. Daddy, and he calls her Princess. And it's always in their kitchen. It's a very brief video. And he'll go, Princess, yum, 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 yum. And I go, okay, this is weird. Already I'm getting a little freaked out. Yum, yum. And she'll come in, and she's all giddy and excited in an unusual way. And the father or boyfriend, whoever it is, will turn over a pot on the table upside down. He'll take a pot and plop it down on the table. First comes out this white gelatinous matter. I hope I got that word right. Matter coming out of the pot onto the table, directly on the table. Sometimes there's a plate, but for the most part it's just on the table. And then he'll toss the pot away. And I mean toss it away. And then he'll take out another pot, and people like surrounding me. I think I'm going to be assassinated. He'll turn over another pot with like the main course upside down on the table, and pick up the pot, and all this stuff falls out from under it. And it's never like a steak or anything. It's a lot of gobbledygook. Sometimes it looks like rice or something. Sometimes a fish head rolls out. And the girl will go, oh, yum, 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 oh, and all giddy and jumping up and down, reaches in with her hand and starts eating this stuff with her hand. I don't know who that is. So let me continue. And the father slash boyfriend, whatever it is, he'll lick his hand. Pay attention to that. He'll lick his hand several times. I mean, lick it like a dog would lick it. Blah, blah, blah. And then reach in and grab food. And she's going, oh, yum, yum, daddy, yum, yum, daddy. And they don't talk. That's the extent of the words is yum, yum, or princess. And then they're devouring this food. Well, I asked Miss Marie what this is, and she goes, you really saw that? And I go, yes. She goes, in our country, that's a demonic, that's, you're praising the devil. That I go, what do you mean? She goes, you don't understand. These are motions for devil worshiping. This is very typical in our country. What they'll do sometimes is if they're very hungry and they're poor, and she goes, oh, I used to see this all the time. The people, usually the mother, the father, will go behind a grave or go into a cemetery, go behind the grave, do some rituals, and they'd come out with platters of food, and they would eat with their hands, and they'd also lick their hands as like a dog would lick their master. And I go, you're kidding? She goes, no. She goes, you seeing that? And I go, yeah. She goes, that's not good. That's very demonic. So I don't know. Have you people seen this? And that's just one of the hundreds of videos that I've seen that are very suspect on what they're trying to do. Very good. You don't let your kids on TikTok. Thank God. Because, you got good kids. They seem to be level-headed and everything, and I would think that could distort them. Oh, that's another thing on TikTok. There's these new challenges on transgender challenging. It's mostly boys, though, that I'm seeing, and they're challenging their friends to put on makeup and then tell their parents they're gay and they want a sex change. What is going on? 20 years ago, or more, 20 years ago, there were 18-year-old boys putting their life on the line for this country in war or whatever it is they were doing. They go into the service, and now you couldn't take... I couldn't find one person on TikTok that I would put in a uniform and say, go protect this country and get rid of that rainbow hair and get rid of that and get rid of that. And you can't grow that back because that's gone now. You know what I'm saying? What has happened? What's in the water? Evelyn Arsenal. You're new to me too. Thank you. Mima G, how are you? How are you, Mima? Williamson, Stampede Christmas show's the best. Yes. You want to go to a good, wholesome show and a good feeling show. You'll leave there feeling good. You won't feel like you need a sex change. You go to the Stampede. Mima, we got to meet Marie the Goat Coaster in October. Hope we'll be back in December. Tell her I said hello. I'll tell her, Mima. I'll tell her. Yes, she is sweet, isn't she? The Harvey File. I have no idea. I'm not hip to the weird stuff. Neither am I. You need to look at it more. What's the word I'm looking for? Critically. Don't look at it as entertainment. Look at it from a critical point of view. And it really scares me. Because there's something sinister in there. It's not just being stupid. There's a lot of stupid, fun videos on there, and they make me laugh. But there's the few that are, whoa, there's something wrong here. And my gut usually is not wrong. And all I can say is I get a creeped out feeling from a lot of them. I've never seen it. You go on TikTok, and I notice a lot of them are after 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. There's other weird stuff on there too, but that's just to be expected on social media. Marla Maplethorne, can you tell us where you are right now? I'm looking at, so sorry I'm not... that is Stampede, That's Dolly Parton Stampede. It's a show place. This is Parkway that you're looking at the road. And we're looking towards Gatlinburg right now. If you would head up that road, not the traffic heading in, but the traffic that's going away from me, that would take you to Gatlinburg. It's exactly 5 miles, 10 minutes all in all, depending on traffic. These people you see headlights are coming in. They're in Pigeon Forge right now. This is Pigeon Forge. Tim, I'll see you later. Safe. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. Life of Mountain Folk. How you doing, Fred? Larry, yes, I'm watching this on TikTok. I'm not. Yes, it is truly TikTok. And it is, Larry, it's very, very sick. There's a lot of other sick stuff in there. And you just have to watch it. Don't just scroll through, watch it. Especially the two that are eating food. And then and especially that have like an inside, a person on the inside, Miss Marie, because you know in the Philippines, voodoo is very big. If you go to Siquijor, it's called Siquijor. It's an island there, and it's basically all voodoo. But there's a lot of voodoo that goes on in the Philippines, and she knew exactly what I was talking about. She goes, he licked his hand. She was familiar with it, and Miss Marie's not familiar with anything dark like that. That's not her, but she understood. So this is stuff that's being conveyed, and it's imagery and spirit destroying information. And that's what scares me, is that kids' spirits are being destroyed. Oh, there was another one. Right before I got here, I showed Miss Break. I said, look at this. This girl couldn't have been a teenager for sure. She's hugging her cat in a loving way. And I go, oh, look how cute that is. The cat's loving her back. And she goes, I just want to blow my brains out. I really want to blow my brains out. And she kept repeating that. And the cat is still loving her, and she's loving the cat. I just want to blow my brains out. Now, what message is that conveying to your children if you've got children watching this stuff? Think about that. That's not safe at all. That's dark. Harvey 5. I'm telling you, Leslie, you got to watch it. So you kind of get a feel for this stuff, because you're a parent. I am too, but my kids are grown up and they don't live in this country. You know, I ship them out. They're with the Arabs right now. And medical experiments, of course. There's more money if you sell them for medical experiments, by the way. I told them, I said, look, kids, it's a little bit of hairspray in your eyes, all the cigarettes you can smoke, all the Coca-Cola you can drink, you know, and daddy lives in a life of luxury. I'm only kidding. Charlie Bovera saying, hi. William Smith, we got an evil look from you know who. Oh, yes. Oh, really? While talking with Eric and the Smoky Mountain family, jealously overlooked. Really? Really? I'm kind of glad I didn't go. You know, William, I thought about it, and I said, you know, something's telling me not to go. And I listened to my inner voice. But it just said, you know, you do what you plan to do what you're supposed to do. Plan your dive your plan. And I've always lived by those rules. I'm a scuba diver. And if you stray off your plan, you could die. Not that you could die on YouTube, but something told me not to go. And I'm glad I didn't, because when I scroll through this morning, because you know in the morning I start my morning off with 47 cups of coffee, and I sit out there on the deck, and I'm scrolling through, and I'm going, how many videos are there of this stupid chili cook-off? You know? Life of Mountain, don't watch TikTok, it's controlled by China. Yeah, I know that. It is definitely Chinese. They even have, there's people who do it and say, let's see how old TikTok says I look. And I looked at that and I'm going, that's facial recognition. You download this app and it scans your face. And it tells you how old they think you look. Now they've got a scan of your face. Now what do they need that for? I don't know. When they start launching missiles and stuff, they'll start looking for people, I think. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's sinister. You're welcome, Marla. No problem. Mike Black, hello from Birmingham. Birmingham, Alabama? Or Birmingham, Virginia? Or Birmingham is like 30s. What state are you in? Marla, are you on TV? I see you have a TV. I was in TV for many, many years. Yes, yes, yes. I've done news, a lot of commercials. Oh God, I can't even count how many hundreds of TV commercials I've done in the Tampa Bay area and the Gainesville area too, because I was affiliate of Fox, and I used to do a lot of their commercials in that whole area. I was on 5 different radio stations at the same time and TV. That was way back when. William Smith, by the way, Pucker's won. Really? Cheryl Key. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it. No, I'm old and decrepit. That actually is lightening up. I don't know if you could, not what you're seeing, but to my left, it actually looks like it's starting to clear. It's not raining anymore. That's cool. I think the show is getting out. I think it is. Trying to look at my TikTok and it'll say, "Why is this man chasing a kid around?" I saw that. Jake, that was funny. Jake singing Christmas songs. That was funny. If you get a chance, go to the Harvey Five, subscribe to them, and check out what they do. They're good family, good wholesome American family, and they're fun to watch. They do silly things as a family, and I love that. I relish that because there's very few family units together anymore. You know what I mean? And isn't that sad that that's rare? That family units are rare. It's more single family, single parent, and I feel bad for you single parents out there. I know it's tough. I know it's tough. Um, Things have changed over the years. There's more people coming into the show. I think there's a show coming up. That's why everybody's pulling in here. And there's a lot of people coming in now. You'll see them walk by the camera. Facial recognition. This is from the Life of Mount. Facial recognition is for all those CCP police stations now. Yeah, yeah, in this country, so they can track you down. I don't doubt. I don't doubt that for a minute. Look at all the people going into the stampede. I don't doubt it for a minute because it's becoming very turbulent in that neck of the woods. If you haven't been paying attention to the news, China wants to nuke Taiwan. The Russians want to nuke us. They want to nuke anybody that they can nuke. I mean, it's crazy. It is absolutely lunacy. I mean, everything is beautiful right now, but a big flash could happen at any time. Now, the cool thing is, I did see a map the other day of where alleged strikes would happen if someone else did launch on us. Tennessee is pretty cool. There's really not much here that they want. All around us, glass. Everything will be turned into glass. I don't know. We'll see. I'm looking at some blue sky. Okay, William, he said he's looking to the left, right? Or to the east. Okay. You're looking to the east. Joshy and Stacy, I'm driving and listening. Okay, Joshy, good. Thank you. Are you heading this way or you're just driving, doing some errands? Life at Mountainville. The Harvey Five have great kids. Yeah, they're good kids. They're good kids. They obviously know how to raise them. Marla, amen. You speak the truth. Thank you, Marla. I just look at life the way that I've always seen it. I don't sugarcoat anything. If something rubs me the wrong way, I'm going to tell you about it, especially if it can help you. It's easy to get sucked in to these programs. It's easy to get sucked into TikTok, easy to get sucked into Instagram and Snapchat and all the others. And you start losing touch with reality because you're so engrossed in seeing what other people are doing, and you're living vicariously through them. You're not living your own life. I mean, it's bad enough when you look around, you see the kids looking into their phones and not looking around, and that always disturbs me. You'll see a family driving through the Smoky Mountains, and if they would just look up, they'd see the most beautiful place on the planet, and they're busy looking at their TikTok, how many people they got. And it's like, wow, this is shallow as hell, isn't it? Virginia Alexander, say hello to Jashi. William Smith, Harvey Five, a cool video on making ice. Harvey Five, thank you, Fred. Bob English, hello everyone. Harvey Five, William Smith, looking at people. David B, great time to be alive. Yes, I think so. Life at Mountain Folk was the click frozen bait. William Smith, Harvey Five. Still have the trays you had to pull the handles on the brake. Williams, I believe so. To the east, yeah, it is to the east. Harvey Five. My mom had some of them, and I was little. Haven't seen them in years. Life, we only do YouTube. No interest in other. Good idea. I just had to see my videos show up there, but you know what's weird? Boy, they don't fit in at all. I don't. It doesn't feel right. Excuse me. I know that YouTube, when I put a video up, there's a lot of like-minded people, and they watch the videos, and everything is cool, but I don't fit in the TikTok world at all. And to show how shallow some of the people are on there, Spaceman, is that the Dixie? Yes, it is, Spaceman. It's the Dixie Stampede. If I can actually go back just a hair. I had somebody behind me for a long time. I don't know why they were right behind me, but they were. And I could get the sign in there so you can kind of see it. I really can't go back any further to curve. Turn that so you can see it right there. See, Dixie Stampede. Hey Jeff, Fred and all in the room. This is Spaceman, Life of Mountain Folks saying hello. Virginia Alex, say Spaceman. I saw the Animal was at the Gold Coast where you broadcast. I must have missed that. No, I didn't meet with him. A celebrity was filming around me. No, I knew he was in town, but once again, I don't want to be like the lemmings that follow him around and stalk him. Remember, I mean, there's a few YouTubers out there right now that were stalking him, and Jacob, the carpetbagger, and I'm not into that. He's just a guy with a camera, and he happens to have a lot of followings, and he does a good job at what he does. I don't think he likes the stalkers any more than anyone else would. Spaceman Fred, I agree, 1,000%. What was that? Oh, I was talking about shallow. There's these twins, or they're brothers, but I think they're twins. They're called the Island Boys. They're on TikTok. I think they might actually be on Instagram as well. Now, these guys are the epitome of lazy, entitled, useless, just useless people. If you haven't had a chance, take a look. Island Boys. These guys, and the scary thing is, wherever they go, kids their age follow them, dress like them, act like them, want to be like them. And to me, that's a sad comment on today's youth. If you want to be like the Island Boys, really sad. I feel bad for you parents if these guys have indoctrinated your children, because they are the biggest losers ever been put on this planet. Life at Mountain Folk. We made it to 1,000. Congratulations, the traditional way, without stalking, and hopefully without buying subscribers. Right, Fred? That seems to be the new thing now. If you're struggling, you can buy subscribers. Like several YouTubers have done. You can do that. I mean, all of us, well, most of us know where the app is if you want to pay, and to me, that's like cheating on a test. It's like these people, they'll probably never ever go to your channel, or if they do, they probably won't like it, because it's not like they found you. You paid somewhere along the line. They harvested your name, and then they pay and they hook you up through hacking or whatever, and then you've got instant subscribers. To me, that's a cop out. You didn't earn it. Thank you, Charles. Come on, there's lots of great channels out there. And I strive only to give you information and good stuff so you can enjoy whatever time you spend with Miss Marie and myself. That's it. I don't strive for anything else. I'm not I am not trying to be a YouTube star. That's not what I want to be, and I'm not trying to be. I just bring this information from the Smoky Mountains to you because I want to share this with you. Because I know all of you can't be here. If you were all here, it would be too crowded. So stay home and just watch my videos. Spaceman does Island Boys, you mean the deadbeat waste of air? Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. These two, if you threw them a loaf of bread, they'd collapse. They're the freakiest, weirdest, useless, dumber than sticks, users, entitled. I mean, they are the stereotypical child of entitlement. They should be the poster child for entitlement. If somebody wants to be like them, they need their ass beat. If your child wants to be like the Island Boys, they really need their ass beat. And I'm not into corporal punishment, but sometimes you just got to kick some ass. Speedster J, hi everyone. Bob English, have you ever considered trying Rumble? More free speech? Yeah, I almost signed up for Rumble once. I don't want to be on any more social media. I really don't. I'm already overwhelmed with what I have to go through now, and I'm liking it less and less. I mean, I can actually see a day that I disconnect myself from all the social media but YouTube and just do the videos I want to do, whether they get monetized or not. I don't really care. Like I said, you're not going to make a lot of money in YouTube. It just doesn't happen unless you're way up there and you're doing it full time. And if you do it full time, all the power to you. It's a commitment. It's like anything else you do in this life. If you work your ass off at it, you should do well. The numbers say if you work hard, you'll make it. You'll achieve something. But if you don't do it, and it's like, think way back when. And this, I think I can only relate to the male audience at this point. Excuse me. Remember when you wanted to be a rock star? Right? You said, man, all I need is a guitar, I need is drums, or I need is a keyboard, and I can be a rock star. And all of your friends were going to be rock stars, and all of your friends had guitars, and all your friends had drums or whatever, and then there was always the one who wanted to be the singer. Well, how many of them actually made it? Probably none. Or one out of a million made it. That's how it is in YouTube. You work your ass off. A lot of you put out some super content, really good content, and then it goes nowhere. You go, why didn't mine make it when the guy on the other channel did half as much work as me, didn't put in the effort, and he did 10 times more than me? It's a numbers game. It's like gambling. You pays your money, it takes your chances. That's it. Elvis is in the house. He sure is. Spaceman, Jeff, wife and I have tried to stalk you. Well, you're hard to find. I'm really not hard to find. That's the problem. I'm very sedentary, so I'm not all over the place. I love just being in my cabin and being to myself and doing the projects that I'm getting paid well to do. And it's not on YouTube. Not even close. YouTube is a pass the time and entertain you and entertain me at the same time. Bob English, overload. Spaceman, Charlie, doing good, except my left arm and your shoulder hurts. I'm sorry about that. Tried magnets. Have you ever tried magnets? Spaceman? I swear by them. I gotta get off that. That screen is making my. Did you see what it's doing? The screen is doing that. It can't look at it because it's LEDs. Want to get our watch hours up, the 4K, and we can just continue the way. Yeah, and it's always an uphill battle. I understand where you're going with that, and don't pay don't pay such close attention to the numbers. Just pay attention to the content. It the better the content, the more the numbers will come out, and just follow the rules, which I don't know what they are today. Rules du jour with YouTube, I don't know, but you got to make sure your tags are right. You got to make sure your description is good, and I'm not finding really any advantage to being on the other social media channels. I haven't really gained. Any of you come over because Miss Marie and I are on TikTok or on Instagram or on Snapchat or on Facebook or anything? I actually get more from Facebook. Facebook does provide me with viewers and people who subscribe. Spaceman, done tried that, Charlie, but icy hot rubs. Spaceman, no, I choked on them. No, I didn't say eat the magnets. You put them on your shoulder. Oh my God. We've got them at the goat coaster. I've used them on my neck. They'll take away headaches. They take away pain. You've got to get the right ones, the ones that have 50,000 gauss in them. Gauss is the magnet, the feeling of the magnet. And you make it like a bracelet, and you put it around your arm or a necklace, and it kills the pain. I know it works. Marla, you were recommended here on the YouTube for me. Well, thank you, Marla. Hopefully you enjoyed what we're doing. I try to do different things for you guys. I know I do Gatlinburg a lot, but a lot of people go more Gatlinburg, more Gat. They like Gatlinburg and they can't be here, so it's the next best thing to being in Gatlinburg is watching our videos. William Smith, y'all, he's so busy, he wouldn't stop straining to come see me and Miss Marie. I, when you had called, now you know this, Mr. Mo, I was right in the middle of staining, and I had stain all over my body. I mean, I'm wearing my paint clothes, my arms were coated in stain. I had stain in my hair, on my face, and I couldn't just jump in the car because the car would have stain all in it. And I put my heart into it. When I do something, I do it 100%. I don't cut corners, and I'm really pissed that I haven't finished the deck yet. Been wanting to do that for a while, and weather was not playing. It was not being cooperative with me. I need 2 days of dry, hot weather before I could strip the deck and then get ready to stain. Well, what would happen is I get 2 days and it would rain. So then you got to wait 2 more days for the wood to dry because you can't put stain on wet wood. And here it is, it's wet, so I can't finish staining now. I'll need 2 more days of dry weather before I can put the stain down. And the decks, I've got an upper and lower deck, and they're pretty large, and I'm doing it with a roller and a brush. That's it, by hand, by myself. Bob English, the rock star analogy is spot on. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that. How many of you all wanted to be somebody? And I could relate to that. I mean, I was even in a band for 9.5 years. And I had that dream. And we worked our asses off. I can tell you, we worked hard. We traveled and we played music. We wrote music. We did a lot. But it never went anywhere. And I knew hundreds of other guys that had the same dream. And they wound up, like most all of us. You wind up, you get married, you settle down, you have children, and the dream is gone. There's a day the dream dies, and then you've got to find another dream, and that's life. You have aspirations, perspirations, and then the depression sets in, and then you're on the edge of a bridge, and your wife pushes you over. There it is. Marla, I do enjoy your show. You have a lovely, thank you to listen to it. I keep it on while I'm doing housework. Well, thank you. Thank you. I, back in my radio days, I used to do promos for my channel, Radio Chaos, where great news, information, sports, and fun come completely out of chaos. And I'd have these little sound bits of people, especially the ladies, and they go, "Oh, Jeff, I wake up to you every morning, and my husband is so jealous," you know, and it was just all the silly things that people would say. Well, thank you. I'm honored by that. Dave B, any news on the new cabinet? No, nothing new. I'm holding back until Bozo is out of office. Williams, yes, you're completely just glad I got to see. Yeah, I'm glad I finally got to see you too. I'll be where am I going to be tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday. I have to find out from Miss Marie. I don't know if she's working tomorrow or not. I do not know that. She could be. All I know is my daughter keeps calling up for more money. That's she goes, I had to work more hours. I said, well, it's our daughter, of course, but she's getting ready to take her. What do they call those? Preliminaries? I think it's called preliminaries. She just graduated. She was taking medical in college. She graduated with honors, and now she's doing the preliminaries for the license. And of course, that's very expensive. And I've already put the other kids through college. That was my contribution. As long as you got A's, I'll pay for your college. I'll put you through college. Get anything you need. Your apartment. You need phones. You need laptops. Fine. But the deal was you got to have an A. If you get a B, the train comes into the station, and that is the end of it. No arguing, no crying. That's the end of it. The bank closed. So we got one more. One more. Spaceman says, Jeff, are they going to set up Christmas decorations along the track at the go? They already have. They've got it all Christmasified. Yep, they're doing that. And they're working on the putt-putt. What's it called? Jurassic Times. Tymes. Jurassic Times. And it'll be a 36-hole putt-putt miniature golf course with full-size animatronic dinosaurs. The dinosaurs are already in. They're putting up the faux rock and all the cool things where the dinosaurs will be displayed and moving and stuff. It's going to be a trip. The only one of its kind in this whole area. I'm honored to be part of it. Oh, the strip is very tender, very good. I recommend it. Alamo and Pigeon Forge. There you go. Unsolicited opinion and review from William Smith. My friend William Smith. There it is. Alamo Steakhouse in Pigeon Forge. Tender strip. New York strip. Yeah, that's good. I'm cooking steak for Miss Marie tonight. She wanted me to throw big, beautiful steak. She's going to make a pot roast out of it? I go, what? No. There's a good piece of steak here. You're going to eat it like any other person with a fork and a knife. See how nicely lit up? The Stampede gets. They turn on their Christmas lights. The blue balls, the balls don't light up. Oh, goodness gracious. think I ran over the curb. That's okay. There's the full stampede right there. They got a show going on now. I think it begins at 6 o'clock. You got reservations at 865-453-4400. Dolly Parton Stampede. Next show today at 1 and 3:30. Then why were people just going in? I don't know. But they're still arriving. Somebody better change the sign. And Christmas, you should go there. And by the way, Thanksgiving, almost all of the restaurants in this area will be open for Thanksgiving, which means you don't have to cook, which would be excellent. Miss Marie and I are still debating on what we're going to do. I'm pretty sure I think she said she's got to work for Thanksgiving. Pretty sure. We've never done much Thanksgiving except going to my in-laws when I lived in Florida, and that was enough. That was enough. Now heading towards Sevierville. Still cloudy, but not raining. That's good. And I do want to edit the video I did of Gatlinburg for you guys so you can see. It was really crowded. I was very surprised because the city garage, both of those were almost full, which it's Friday, and I understand that, but it was raining so hard, and people were everywhere, and it was just pouring, and I'm going, man, it doesn't stop these, nothing stops these people. Spaceman, I didn't care if Alamo hamburger, but go back to try the steak. There you go. I've had both, and they're okay. I can't say anything bad. I don't like when it's crowded. That I have a real issue with. When the tourists are in here for some sort of event, I like waiting. Not that I'm important or anything. I just don't like waiting. When I can go home and cook a steak just as quick, you know. Natalie, hello, Natalie Warner. My son and daughter-in-law recommended the T-bone. Oh, they had the T-bone. That's always nice. So there you go. 2 unsolicited reviews on Alamo Steakhouse. The strip, New York strip, and the T-bone. There you go. Can't go wrong. Thank you, William. I do appreciate it. Say hello to your family for me. Spaceman said, I hate a hard bun on a hamburger or a sandwich. I don't know how I feel. It depends on what the burger has on it. Like, I like a pretzel bun on a hamburger, but not a lot of people do that. And they tend to be a little on the crunchy side, like a brioche. I don't want like a McDonald's hamburger. Ugh, those things are nasty. Well, those clouds up ahead, they look ominous, don't they? My goodness, that's not a good sign at all. One thing I was happy about was yesterday when I was staining before I was doing my other work, I wanted to get there's the front of the house and the back of the house. They both have decks on them. The back of the house is the front of the house. The front is the back, if you can understand that. Up here, the cabins face the mountains. Those are the front of the houses. When you pull in the driveway, that's the back of the house. So on the back, there's a deck there, and I wanted to make sure that I got that completely stained before Rosie Bear came up, because last time I stained it, right at what happened, Rosie and the babies came walking up and trashed the stain, because they started walking all over the decks, and it was bear prints everywhere. So I had to wait till they left and go over where they walked, and I got most of the prints out. So this time, luckily, she stayed away for a day, and I got the back decks are fine. There's no footprints on them. This morning, I got up, and where I sit, there were bear prints. Because before the sun went down, I went back outside. After I did some computer work, I went back outside. And I said, I got to finish this up because I know it's going to rain tomorrow. So I got to get this first coat down. And right where I sit, so I had all the chairs and stuff moved to another side of the deck. And I started laying it out, and I go, oh man, that looks so good. That's shiny. And Boom, I get up this morning. What's there? Bear prints. Right down the center of the deck. I go, son of a dude. Oh, you couldn't convince me of that with what I'm looking up ahead. Sorry about that. You know how it is here in Pigeon Forge. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye now. I've talked my ears off. Thank you, folks, for being on here. Thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, it's free. It's free. It doesn't cost a thing. Subscribe to the channel. Comment to me. Comment to Miss Marie. And, of course, I will do this again very, very soon. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. I appreciate that. Larry, the retired cable. Gary, I'm sorry. Enjoyable. Thank you. I am glad that we got to enjoy it together. That's important. Spaceman John, I think it's going to rain East Tennessee. Williamson, thank you. I'll see you all very, very soon. Have a great weekend. You'll hear from me before the weekend's done. Bye-bye, all.